So let's start with the NBA Daily 10, and we got to stick to these 10 minutes, and I also want to see if we can make some money in the NBA, so we got to go a little bit quickly in this, but here we go. 10 minutes on the clock, next 10 minutes uninterrupted basketball talk of what just happened yesterday in the NBA, and the 10 minutes start right now. Alrighty, so here we go. A handful of games on in the NBA last night, and also a handful of games that got postponed. Pelicans 76ers postponed, Cavs Hawks postponed, Nuggets Nets postponed because of COVID. How truly unfortunate. But let's talk about the games that did get played yesterday. First one up, Heat at the Pistons, and now the Heat are kind of losing maybe their little magic that they had. No Jimmy Butler, no Bam Adebayo, and everybody's still kind of playing up and still wanting to get the wins, and now it's starting to come down a little bit here. The Heat lose to the Pistons 100-90. For the Pistons, anybody do great last night? Saddiq Bey got it done. 26 points, 4 rebounds. Killian Hayes, 11 points. Isaiah Stewart at the 5, 7 points, but 14 rebounds. And then Hamidou Diallo with the nice 15 points and 7 rebound production, able to uplift the Pistons over the Heat. Also, no Jeremy Grant, and they still get the win. Not a good look overall for the Heat. Who got it done for the Heat? Well, it was really just Max Struss off the bench with 24 big points. He led the team in scoring, and then Kyle Lowry with 19 points and 10 assists, but everything else was lackluster. Dwayne Dedmon was the third leading scorer at the 5 of 11 points. That's definitely not going to get it done. Duncan Robinson, we need him definitely to be kind of the number 1 or number 2 scorer for this Heat team with, all the outs. And Duncan Robinson, back to classic Duncan Robinson, 2 of 10 from the 3, nothing great, only 6 points. So Heat lose finally, like they should have been doing without, Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, but they've kind of been winning and kind of surprising us in some of the teams that they have beaten shorthanded. They're 5-5 in their last 10, folks. That's pretty solid given what their kind of injury history has been for the last 2 weeks so far. So shout out to the Heat. They try to keep it competitive. Unfortunately, lose last night 190. All right, next game up here is the Blazers at the Grizzlies, and the Blazers get back on track with the win last night. 105-100 win on the road over the Grizzlies. Damian Lillard got it done. 32 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. Norman Powell still at the 3, filling in for CJ McCollum. 28 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And honestly, when CJ McCollum comes back, I really think I want Lillard and Powell still staying the 1 and 2. Maybe have CJ McCollum play the 3, or maybe even better, have CJ McCollum come off the bench. I don't think he would like to do that, but maybe you've got to do something to try to figure out how to win with this Blazers team. You haven't been able to win your classic way that you've been headstrong on the last 3 years, 3, 4, 5 years here in Portland. It's not working out. You traded for Norman Powell, at the back end of last season, and it's really starting to look like Norman Powell's way more consistent at the 2 than CJ McCollum is, and Damian Lillard and Norman Powell looking real good playing off of each other. So I think this is the way to go. We'll see how long they keep it up when CJ McCollum comes back. But Damian Lillard, 32 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. Norman Powell, 28 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. Nurkic at the 5, 9 points, 11 rebounds. Larry Nance Jr. at the 4, only 2 points on 3 shots, but he did have 11 rebounds. We will take that. Off the bench, they had Robert Covington with 13 big ol' points, and Anthony Simons, not efficient, 9 points on 22%, but we'll still take the 9. He was a plus 13 on the floor. We'll definitely give him credit for that. And then for the Grizzlies, still no Ja Morant. Now the Grizzlies losing like they should. Heat losing like they should, shorthanded. Grizzlies losing like they should, shorthanded. No Ja Morant still. Tyus Jones filling in at the 1. Only 5 points, 5 assists. That's nothing Ja Morant does. The leading scorer was Dylan Brooks, and he had a fantastic game. 37 points, 4 of 10 from the 3, 48% on 25 shots. We'll give him that. But everything else was a little bit lackluster for the Grizzlies last night. So Blazers get back on track with a nice win, 105-100. All right, next game up here, Spurs at the Kings, and the Kings get the nice 7-point win, 121-114 over the Spurs last night. Buddy Hield in the starting lineup because all their starters really weren't playing. So Buddy Hield in the starting lineup, 29 points, led the team in scoring, 7 of 9 from the 3, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, getting it done in every facet of the game last night. Looking really good, and potential trade meet here. We'll see, what they do. We're still not really sure. It seems like they want to trade Buddy Hield, but so far he has not been traded, and we know, the trade deadline is still a little ways away. But Buddy Hield getting it done for the Kings last night. Tyrese Halliburton also a fantastic job, 27 points, 11 assists, and then Damian Jones off the bench, 23 big old points. So no Davion Mitchell, none of their De'Aaron Fox or their other guards or anything like that, and the Kings still get the win behind Buddy Hield. And then for the Spurs, we had DeJounte Murray, 25 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds. He played great, but everything else just kind of coming up a little bit small here. Second leading scorer was Lonnie Walker with 19 points, and he shot really well, 50% on 16 shots. Just unfortunately come up a little bit short against the Kings. Then we get the Lakers at the Bulls, and the Bulls get the win. And without Anthony Davis, folks, this Lakers team, they're not going to get it done because they don't have that big beef replacement. Is DeAndre Jordan as good as Anthony Davis? Of course not, folks. DeAndre Jordan, 9 points, 7 rebounds. He was a -7 on the floor, and that was the worst plus-minus of the Lakers, tied with Rajon Rondo off the bench of also being a -7. Gotta get better bigs. And LeBron, he's old. He can't play the 5 here, for 2 months. Are we looking like 2 months or 2 weeks for Anthony Davis being out? We can't really sacrifice LeBron James getting bodied up, banged up down low at the 5. So LeBron's still playing the 3, 31 points, 14 rebounds, played really well. Didn't shoot well from the 3, 1 of 7, but everything else was really good. Then we had Russell Westbrook, 20 points, 8 assists, 9 rebounds. He did have 6 turnovers, but still only a -2 on the floor. Not that bad overall. Then Carmelo Anthony getting it done off the bench with 21 points and 5 rebounds. A big production by him. Unfortunately, just come up a little bit small. They also have Trevor Ariza for their big, but come on, folks. He's aging out of this league as well. Trevor Ariza off the bench, 3 points, 1 rebound. Like, are we going to believe in that? Of course not. So, no batability, no buyability in this Lakers team as long as Anthony Davis is out. The Bulls, now let's talk about them. They get the win. DeMar DeRozan. And can we give some respect to DeMar DeRozan because he's the most consistent, best player on this Bulls team. And we know the Bulls have the big 4, Lonzo Ball, Vucevic, DeMar DeRozan, and then Zach LaVine. And DeMar DeRozan is the one getting it done the most consistent, so we give him the most credit. DeMar DeRozan, 38 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. Fantastic. Vucevic down low, 19 points, 13 rebounds. Alex Caruso filling in for Zach LaVine at the 2, 17 points and 9 rebounds. That was a great game by that man. Give Alex Caruso a ton of credit for filling in and stepping up. And then Lonzo Ball having a really solid night. 19 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 3 of 9 from 3, 46% on 15 shots. The big 3, substitute Alex Caruso in. All got it done last night. Honorary big 4 Alex Caruso. We'll give him that nod. So the Bulls get the win, 115-110. Then we get the Mavericks at the Timberwolves. No Luka Doncic for the Mavericks. Kristaps Porzingis tries to do it all himself, but he didn't even rise to the occasion himself. How unfortunate. Kristaps Porzingis, 13 points and 3 rebounds, but he shot 22% on 9 shots. That's nothing that great. Tim Hardaway Jr. getting it done, 28 points, led the team in scoring, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. Dorian Finney-Smith with another 23 points as well. Unfortunately, that was just not enough for the Timberwolves. The big 3, did they play? D'Angelo Russell, yes, 22 points, 3 assists. Karl Anthony Towns, yes, 24 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Unfortunately, no Anthony Edwards last night, and they still get the win. We had Patrick Beverley, 10 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Jaden McDaniels off the bench with 12 points, and then Jalen Noel also off the bench with 16 points, helping overcome that lack of scoring production that they didn't have with Anthony Edwards out there on the floor last night. Timberwolves get the home win, 111-105. 105. And then the last game of the night, the Hornets at the Suns, and the Suns blow out the Hornets 137-106. Devin Booker finally back here for the Suns. 16 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds in his initial return. You love to see it. He was actually the second leading scorer alongside McCall Bridges with 16 points. DeAndre Ayton, 15 points, 15 rebounds. Chris Paul, 14 points, 9 assists. Off the bench, Cameron Payne, 11 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds. Cameron Johnson, 12 points, 4 rebounds. JaVale McGee, 19 points, 7 rebounds. Landry Shamet, 15 points. So everybody, like we know, all getting it done, all contributing here for the Suns, and that's why they were so good without Devin Booker for that little stretch that he missed. The Suns still the #1 team in the NBA at 24-5, 8-2 in their last 10, 3-game winning streak, and just got Devin Booker back. That is our 10 minutes, but we've got a tad more to do, so let's finish up here. So everybody getting it done for the Suns last night, and then for the Hornets, LaMelo Ball back, 9 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. Solid night by him. Miles Bridges led the team in scoring by far, 26 points, and just everything else was a little lackluster shooting. Terry Rozier, 4 points on 10 shots. That's never going to get it done. Mason Plumlee, we know he's not the big scorer, doesn't really take that many shots, but still only had 4 points on 3 shots. And then Gordon Hayward, 9 points on 13 shots. They got some nice bench contribution from PJ Washington, 13 points, and Kelly Oubre Jr., 18 points. But overall, we need more consistency from that starting lineup. So, Suns get the dominant blowout win, 137-106. All right, I want to quickly take a look. Any great value jumping off the page here in the NBA tonight? I know we can make money in the NFL, but let's see if we can bet on the NBA. We haven't been able to kind of really talk and bet the NBA in the last couple of days here on the show, just not having enough time. Truly unfortunate. So let's see if we get anything great popping off the screen. Want to go over this quickly. So here we go. This is what we got tonight. 76ers at the Celtics. 76ers +3. Celtics -3. Interesting. For the 76ers, we get Danny Green, a game-time decision. Georges Niang is out. Joel Embiid, a game-time decision. Furkan Korkmaz, game-time decision. Tyrese Maxey, game-time decision. A lot of question marks there. For the Celtics, Al Horford is out, so they're going to be lacking in the big department. Dennis Schroeder, game-time decision. Jason Tatum, game-time decision. So a lot of too many question marks here. We'll stay away from it. Staying away from this game. Next game, Rockets at the Bulls. Bulls just came off a really good win. We don't bet the back-to-backs. We'll stay away from this one. Thunder, Grizzlies. Grizzlies on the back-to-back. We stay away from that. Hornets, Jazz. Hornets on the back-to-back. And we know the Jazz are really good, so Jazz -11.5 is looking appetizing, but we don't bet the back-to-backs. Maybe LaMelo Ball goes off because he's back in the back-to-back. We'll see. We'll stay away from it. Then we get the Kings and the Warriors. Warriors -12.5. And the Kings just played last night. We talked about the Kings today, no? Yeah, Buddy Hield getting it done. Buddy Hield probably comes off again this game. We can't bet that. No, got to stay away from that. And then the last game, the Spurs and the Clippers, and the Spurs are on the back-to-back, so we're not betting any games today. So I guess we made that really easy for ourselves. If we'll throw this one out there. We're not officially going to take this one, but we do kind of endorse it. Jazz -11.5. We know they're very, very deep. This Hornets team, they're good. They're okay. They're good. They're okay, right? So if you want to take the -11.5 here with the Jazz, Hornets on the back-to-back, they're on the road. Jazz deep as heck can probably get it done. We would endorse that if y'all want to kind of bet something in the NBA today. We do endorse Jazz -11.5. Alrighty, that is all the NBA that we had to go over for today. So let's shift gears to